first speaker today. Her name is Hayley, Colina. So everybody please give a round of applause for Hayley. Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm not good with this. I'll try it for a little while and then I'll scream. Good morning, everybody. Great morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good. Fantastic? Exciting? Thank you so much to Harley-Davidson. I think they did a really, really nice job. And their staff is just amazing. So, are you ready to have some fun? Okay. Do you want the PG version or do you want the spicy version? Spicy? Okay. A little bit spicy. Now, can everybody raise both their hands? Watching. Okay, perfect. So, you all have deodorant, right? Okay. So, there's no problems if I ask a question, you can participate. Now, I need 8 volunteers that can help me with the presentation. It's nothing major. You come up. There's you can just stand up. You can stand up now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. 7. You got it? 8. Okay. Something a little different. I am going to. Can you hear me? Yes. Oh, okay. I'm going to get them each a card, and it's numbered. And you need to keep me on track. And I'll say number 1, number 2, and read what's on the card. And then we'll continue from there, okay? Don't show anybody. That was last week. Okay, this is the first one. Second one. Third one. Okay. Okay. One here is very old. I need an 8 one. So,
Need what?
number 8. This one, don't show it. That's the very last one. Okay.
You got special.
Okay, I need one more person. Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay. Hold that. I'm going to ask you to say it in a minute. Need a pair of glasses. Okay, I get ready.
She'll open her face and make makeup up.
Okay. You want to read yours?
Colin.
Oh my gosh.
Here.
This is a quiz, folks.
I have an adult toy. It vibrates like crazy. Equipped with speeds. Everyone gets excited when they hear me coming. What is it?
Not Smarties. Okay, yes, okay. Well, let's get started. I want to tell you a little bit about me. How many already know me? Okay. Well, bear. And that one there. Well, bear with me just a little bit for those who don't. I don't know if you heard it. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. And I was a little baby. I was born in Manhattan. Do you want that long version? Or you want me to speed it up? Okay. Okay, this is me. Briefly I've been through 3 divorces. 2 physical, and then the third, nobody told me that verbal was abusive too. So, I'm done. The last one was 22 years, and I filed for divorce. I have quit high school when I was 15 years old. I had my child, I got married at 17, divorced at 18. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Then I got married again, and that lasted 12 months. So that didn't work. The third time, I thought it was going to work. It was 22 years. But anyway, putting that behind me, have you ever looked in the mirror and looked at yourself and wondered what happened to all your dreams when you were a child?
Every day.
Okay? This is what happened to me. I was putting on my makeup, and I looked in the mirror, and I'm like putting on the mascara, and I put it down, and I'm like, my life is passing by. Is this all there is to my life? I mean, this is not the way I want my story. This is not the way that I envisioned it when I was little. Did anybody ever have, I call it the illumination period. Anybody have that feeling? Okay.
You mean a moment of clarity?
Yeah. I said, you know, what am I doing? Anyway, I decided that enough was enough. It was time for me to change. I wanted to totally reinvent myself. And you can always do this no matter what your circumstances are. Now, for those that know, I've gone through cancer, lung and brain. But before even the diagnosis of cancer, I stopped everything. I decided that I was going to live my life my way. First thing I did was get my endorsement. Oh my God, when they get me on that motorcycle, and I had never driven a stick shift, and I actually started going down within 4 hours in the class, in the parking lot, this thing was roaring. How many people here do not ride their own motorcycles? Yet. Thank you. Okay, you've got to at least try it. I tell people, try it. If you don't like it, fine. But I bet you're going to fall in love with this thing. It's a powerful piece of equipment. Between your legs and you're freaking in control. It's awesome. Okay, now, I did that, and I filed for divorce in January of 2014. That was it. I made up my mind. It was very, very difficult. And you're always scared of change, always terrified of it. But, you know, you close your eyes, you have faith, and I did it. Well, that was great, but for the next 4 months, my whole life changed much more than I ever imagined. First, my daughter was graduating from high school. My mother that's been with us for the last 20 years, she's 80-something, I had to put her in a nursing home. What else? There's so many things. Sold my home, my primary home that I had worked so hard, and it was my dream house. Got rid of that, sold immediately, and it sold actually April 30th, 2014. And I was diagnosed with lung cancer the very next day. So I had already moved into this adorable little place, a little island called Nettles Island. I don't know if anybody knows. Moved in there, in the water, in the ocean. I mean, my windows, you can see everything. It was gorgeous, peaceful. I would go home with a huge smile on my face because I was there 2 weeks before my house sold. That cut so short, when you get diagnosed with something like cancer, your whole life changes. You look and you say, oh my God, I haven't done all the things that I wanted to do. Why? Stupid. What are other people going to think of me? I really can't do it. I'm scared. You know, all these excuses. Has anybody here gone through excuses and not done what you really wanted to do?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, they tell you cancer and you figure you're dead. I had a lot to learn. Has anybody here mind sharing? Have you experienced cancer? Okay. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Anyways, how to handle that? It is what helped me through. I am the founder of EQ Women Succeed. I am also a real estate attorney, but my passion is EQ. And I post on Facebook every single day. I have my website that I keep up. And that really got me through a lot because I started realizing all the things that I was posting was like a therapy for me. And I said, wait a minute, I'm saying this, I gotta do this. So it started from there. But who has number one? You? Okay. What is it? Words, okay. One of the first things I learned was, don't say that you have cancer. And I asked my friend, why? And she says, because then you're owning it. You were diagnosed with cancer. That's the last time I said that. Well, except for this week. Anyway, what you say and how you act makes such a difference, and how you think is so important. So when you're speaking, don't say, oh, I can't, or I can't afford it. I had a gentleman in one of the book signings tell me that his whole family has had cancer, so for him, it's not a matter of if, not of when. I said, oh, I'll never say that. Don't ever say that. So that's the thing you to always keep in mind, is your words and how you say things, and how you present yourself. Stand tall, Believe that you already reached whatever it is that you're doing, and start acting like it. Okay, number 2.
Fear.
Fear. Ooh, fear. How many have had fear? Okay, especially on a motorcycle, when you're first time that you drive alone. And I'll tell you my story. I have always been with somebody, and I got together and I said, okay, I'll be with a bunch of friends, and we're gonna ride out. But they never told me that they were gonna leave me alone in the expressway, because all their exits are before mine. So this is a 5:30 p.m. on Friday, first time alone on my bike, and I'm looking back and they're all gone. What do? Do I pull over on the side of the road and just cry and ask for help? I couldn't do that. Right? I was not going to do that. I kept going. The traffic was unreal. And I got home. Once I got home, it was so empowering to realize that it's in your mind. You can do it. So every time you can step out of that comfort zone, go for it. It just makes you grow stronger and stronger and stronger. The fear. A lot of people are afraid, like motorcycles. They are afraid, they're dangerous, this and that. Well, I tell everyone, we all come with an expiration date. We can't leave a second before or a second after. So don't let fear rob you from living. Now, one good example is I met someone on Facebook that I hadn't seen in 30 years. And they were calming me down because of the cancer, you're going to be fine. This person was in the Army. This person, muscular, works out, and I couldn't reach them. I told them, okay, let's meet after my treatments, and that was October 31st of 2014. I call, can't reach them, go on Facebook, nothing, I text, nothing. I said, wow. Well, about 2 or 3 months later, the mother finds my number in his phone, and she calls me to tell me he died. Okay? Heart attack, 48 years old. Who can imagine? You can be sitting, watching TV and just gone. So go live your life. Don't just be don't just be alive, live. Do things, don't wait. What was the other example? Let's see, we got Sean. Just tons of them. You can waste and miss out on so much in life if you let fear control you, or if you let your circumstances control you. Okay, next one, 3.
Approval.
Oh, the big approval. That was a big thing with me. Well, I had to dress one way or do this. What are people going to think of me if I do that? Motorcycles. Oh my God, have you lost your mind? It's a midlife crisis. What's wrong with you? Are you looking for more problems in life? I learned to do what I want. Now, as long as it's not hurting anybody, why do I need your approval for anything? It's my life. When it's time for me to go, you're not going to come with me. So I just totally disregard. Well, let me add this. If you don't disapprove, I'll listen with a grain of salt to see if there's something that maybe my brain missed. But no, I don't need anyone's approval. You should not hold yourself back, worried about what others are going to think. Or if you're speaking up here, worrying about what others people are gonna think, which I used to do. But I hope you'll like me. Okay, that was that. What's the next one? Is it 4? The staphylitis condition. Okay, well, one of the things that I did was simplify my life. Simplify started from getting rid of almost everything. I kept, just a couple of things. The less that you have, the more free that you are. The less attached that you are to stuff, the more free that you are. Now, as an attorney, everything was, the Joneses, and have to have the best school, have to have the best house, the best this. Oh my God, the clothes, the purse, although I still got one purse, but it was a gift. So, yeah, it was exhausting. And for what? Was it making me any happier? No, temporary happiness, and then it's gone. It's not a long-lasting happiness. I'm sorry if I'm not giving energy. But I call this part the staphylitis conditions. We have to have stuff, more stuff and more stuff. We have to have bigger, better, newer stuff. I mean, do we really, how much of our lives are we going to allow to just build money to get this stuff? I mean, it's just work, work, work all the time, and you're not enjoying life, and it's going by, and the kids are growing up. Can't do that. You gotta slow back and, hey, get rid of things, stuff that you really, really don't need. Always ask, do I need it or do I just want it? Okay. The staphylitis condition was a big one. Getting rid of everything that I didn't need was another one. Just simplifying, cleaning out, decluttering everything, so I can make room for the good things to come in. Otherwise, no. Okay, next one. Clean up. Clean up. Is that all that it says?
Friends, family, spouses, all life suckers.
Oh, okay, this is the Frankensteins. I call them Friendsteins, Spousesteins, and Familysteins. Because these are the people that suck your life out. These are the people that are always negative, always whining, complaining, or naysayers, telling you that you can't do something. It's like, what? I can't do something. So, I started, you don't have to break ties with them permanently. You just keep them at a distance. You don't need them around you. And you don't need to be hearing somebody being your naysayer constantly. So a good example is, I'm going to go way back. I was about 20, 21, and I wanted to buy real estate. You ever seen those commercials on TV? Buy real estate, no money down, make 4. Okay, well, everybody laughed at me. Those are the only people making money. I didn't have any money to buy the courses, so I went to the library and I read and I read and I read. And 8 months later, I bought my first house, made $17,000, and gave it to my mother to buy a house for my mother for Mother's Day. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. If you really want to, I will. I even I made these flyers that say, how about a quickie? Fast, confidential, and immediate service. And I put those flyers everywhere, on every car that I could, supermarkets. And finally, the right person called, and I got the deal together. So that's one of them. The other thing is, I told you I quit high school at 15. I never even started it. And I'm smart, and I can do everything. I don't need school. So I went back, and I realized, that I was wrong. I went back about age 33. My daughter was just born. She was only a few months old. And I signed up. I got to the point that I wanted to go to UM. UM is very expensive. I tell some people, I say, oh, that's for rich folks. You can't go there. Don't build your hopes up. Try something less expensive. I said, okay, fine. It really pissed me off for them to think that I can't because I don't have money like the others do. So I applied. I applied for every scholarship that I can get my hands on. And I got a notice in the mail telling me that I was accepted. Okay, fantastic, so I'm accepted. How the heck am I going to pay for it is what people were telling me. I said, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I kept applying and applying. I got in the mail a letter telling me that I had full scholarship. So it was amazing. Now this was undergrad. Come law school. Law school, yeah, I'm already there, I want to stay there. But it is very expensive. So I did the same thing. And everybody told me, don't go to, that law school is too expensive. Look, this one's like, 8,000 versus thousands. So I went and did the same thing. Did all the scholarship applications. It became like a part-time job. So I really made it a job to get it. And I got accepted into the law school. I called everybody and I rushed in the house because I had just gone to the mailbox. I told them, I got accepted. Same story. Let it go because that's too expensive. Well, I get up one morning, I go into the mailbox, and there's another letter in the mailbox. Not only did I get full scholarship for the law school, but they paid me every month so that I didn't work and just concentrate on the school. And it was the very last scholarship. After that, it was done. So I mean, it was just unbelievable. So never let anybody tell you that you can't do something. That just burns me. Okay, I got carried away. What's that?
Number 6.
Who's 6?
Eliminate negative beliefs, judgments, anger, etc.
Oh yes. I had to let it go. The anger, the bitterness, although I was never angry at the fact that I was diagnosed with cancer, I was angry of a lot of other things. And now that I'm finally starting to live my life, this happens, and all the stuff my ex did, and whatever, you gotta just let it go. When I learned to say, okay, God, it's out of my control, I do the best that I can, I'm leaving everything else up to you. Just ask you for one thing. VIP seating for when karma and you get to that person, it's so wonderful to just let it go. Don't carry that around. Judgments. Why are you judging people? You don't know their story. You don't know anything about them. Don't judge them. Criticizing them. Oh, look at who she's dating. Look what this one is wearing. How big are you? How skinny are you? Who are you dating? Are you gay? What religion are you? I mean, who the heck cares? We're not here for that. We're here in one life, one journey. So these steps here I used over and over again. It's not everything, but it was an amazing, and I still use it, an amazing beginning, because it was like wearing this heavy costume all the time. And you're able to just unzip it, drop it, and walk away and just live your life. Live it with so much passion. I don't remember ever living this happy. And I know it sounds crazy, but the cancer was a blessing in disguise because it taught me things that so many people die and they never learn to live like this. It's unbelievable. And this is what I put in my EQ lifestyle book. I just wrote a book, wanted to let you know about it. I have a table right out here. The book is called Screw Cancer, Live Life Passionately. The book is not a cancer-only book. The book is a motivational book that shows you how I handle things and how to get motivated. No matter what your circumstances are, you can recreate your life and recreate yourself. Don't let circumstances stop you. Did I forget to mention anything else? I'm going to have a free training webinar. It's going to be released April 20th. So make sure you go to my website. Stop at my table over here, out here also. I have the book available. I will sign it for you today. It's $12.95. And I have one more person with a card.
Stop. What's in it for me?
Oh, it's always what's in it for me. Why don't we turn that around as to how can I serve you? What can I do for you? There's so many people there that won't say anything and are hurting so bad inside. Try serving somebody else. Okay. That's okay. You should see what I normally do. When the phone rings, I have one of them do a striptease. But Okay, and I wasn't going to get hurt by him. Who has the last one? Okay.
You ready? It's one word.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Condom.
Condom. Okay, I have a free book to give to someone here. The first person to have a condom in their purse. Anybody? Nothing. Come on. Let's see. Should try another one. What else can I Birth control pills. Anybody have birth control pills? Okay, a toy? No toy. Any sexually related item in your purse?
There's some in the hallway.
Yes, you saw that. Okay, winner. Back there, what's your name? What is your name? Felicia. Okay, that's you. Ladies, thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate it. And